heat's starting to come now. It's like what, weather warnings of 30 degrees Celsius of the lows? It makes me wonder if technically the hot weather and blazing sunlight actually kills like the virus or gives it very little chance to survive out in the air for very long. Alright, what did I read today? It was just kind of interesting to read like what happened I guess yesterday in general, like what happened over the world because of that event of people taping their lives or whatever. Apparently like in Seattle there was a huge riot and there's a bunch of like police and stuff there. With that thought, I was reading this one here, I was like, is that actually legal down there? This one says, judge rules that Seattle media must give unaired protest videos to police. Press advocates question the legal precedence of the ruling. King 5, Como, Kiro, KCBQ and the Seattle Times fought the subpoena and are looking at legal options. A judge has ruled that King 5 along with 4 other Seattle news outlets must comply with a subpoena and give the Seattle Police Department unpublished video and photos from a May 30 racial justice protest. King County Superior Court Judge Nelson Lee sided with the police department in a Thursday hearing, ruling that its subpoena was enforceable. Lee found that the photos and videos were critical for investigation into the alleged arson of police vehicles and theft of police guns. Lee says the news organizations were not protected by a Washington state shield law that under many circumstances prevent authorities from obtaining reporters' unpublished materials. Man, that's crazy. So would that mean even for like an average individual, basically if let's just say they're flying their drone one day and they know, hey, this guy has drone footage, could they literally just go up to like anyone and say, hey, this is important evidence, we need to see if they're destroying like property and stuff like that, so you must give it to us now? Well, that's kind of nuts to think about. Some people were also commenting saying, hey, that's a good thing because the media doesn't report everything like they see, only what they want, I guess, in terms of the biggest, I guess, topics that would get people riled up. So this way, like, let's see what really happened. That might be going a little too far. I don't know, like here, for example, whenever there's a crime nowadays and it's out in the street, the police would usually say, if you were driving your car around this time, you may have dash cam footage, so please give it to us. I mean, could they literally, like in this case, tell the person that's driving the car with the dash cam, you must give it to us? And reading this actually made me think of the topic of flying a drone and how sometimes I think they make it sound way too much like a traditional aircraft, like a huge manned plane, when it isn't. It really is simple, like for a lot of them to get into, just like playing a video game. This one says, Selby School soars high with its drone project. It was up and away for students at Selby Primary School who mapped out their surrounding area using drones. Currently 18 children in Year 5, ages 9 to 10, are on their way to becoming the qualified drone pilots as part of an ongoing ICT project at the Northern School. On Tuesday, the students got to fly a number of Pacensic mini drones. They are yet to fly the school's 2 large Holy Stone HS-100 drones. The drones were used to teach the children mapping skills, but the students also using technical drawing applications and software. They built on their work with Mr. Townsend by creating detailed aerial maps of the school with hyperlinks to each classroom. Once completed, the maps will be linked to real-time footage collected from the GPS drone cameras. And actually reading this comment is basically kind of the same sentiment on why a person like me would fly a drone, like from their reactions, like the students. It says here, quote, we fly them with our friends and fly them so high up in the sky and see things that I could never see from standing still on the ground. And then we can add this to our maps. The school said that many of the children have persuaded their parents to buy similar models at home to support their work in school. So it makes you think nowadays with that quote, if they say, we fly them so high, would you immediately have a heart attack? Like, oh no, you're gonna hit a plane. Or would it be more along the lines of, oh, that's kind of cool. The kids basically learning how to fly this stuff. But it makes me think like in terms of like basic education and stuff in the beginning, it should just be really simple. Like, hey, don't fly over this height and so forth. And here's your safety procedures. Not like here where you're essentially forced to learn about things like manned aircraft, how to handle passengers on board. Like in this case, I don't think you're gonna be carrying passengers, right? It just needs to be really basic and then give them real hands-on experience. Alright, see you guys later.